Hey, what's up? It's Rashad.
Madison.
Back at it again, man. It's been a while. Special time in the MCU. Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange 2, of course, came out. All spoilers. Gotta talk about the thing to actually talk about the thing. Just saw it, fresh out the theater. First impressions.
I like it.
Are you eating ice as we're doing this?
I am. I realized it after I put it in my mouth.
You see, you're not dedicated to this at all. All right, so you liked it, all right?
Yes.
I
I have to think of my rating.
Yeah, we'll get to that at the end. I thoroughly enjoyed it. What was the one thing that you didn't like? Sorry. Well, as we tend to the dog, the one thing I didn't like, again, all spoilers, was I kind of feel like they are going to Heimdall Mordo. So, of course, Heimdall was Idris Elba's character in the Thor franchise, and they really sidelined him a lot and didn't give him a whole lot to do. I hope that they don't do that with Mordo, because they kind of did that with this one. I mean, he could have been in this
That's what he felt like to me.
a tad bit more. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing that I mean, out of all the stuff that could have went wrong, I think that's the thing that I did not like the most. What did you not like the most?
I'm trying to think, to be honest. You continue. I have to think about that, honestly.
No problem. But yeah, a couple of things I want to talk about. First, the premise of this revolves around America Chavez and her dimension jumping abilities. Like, that's her whole power, and it's
into a star.
yeah, it turns to a star. Very, very patriotic of her.
Hate her name. So ugly.
What, America?
Yes, who names their kid America?
I don't know.
That's so ugly.
I mean,
Like naming your kid Patriot.
okay. It's all right.
I think that's what I hate the most.
Her name. All right. Don't cancel us. I think that aspect of that, surprisingly, like, it really worked for me. Even though it's super tropey, how, like, of course she has a power, knows how to use it, then gains the ability to actually use it. Of course, I mean, as that was the predictable part. But I do like how they used her power to definitely to propel and keep the narrative going, because sometimes there's a part in this, and it only like drags in one part, and that is the part where they're basically explaining who Chavez is, who Strange is, and then who Wanda is. That's like the only part that drags, but everything else is pretty.
It is.
It's pretty upbeat. And it's funny because if you didn't watch WandaVision, they essentially gave you a small episode when she had her dream, which still ties into the larger plot device of the story. Is your dreams are your multi-dimensional selves, which was like, oh.
It's kind of cool.
Okay.
I like that.
That was like, okay, I like that. That was dope.
It's deep.
That was really deep. I was like, man, because like Steve, of course, the trailer that was most prominent showed him like waking up to this like from this crazy nightmare, but we find out in the movie, which is like the first. Oh yeah, and we jump right into it. Like, it's no introduction. There's no.
It really wasn't.
It is
like,
no
it
like.
was straight to the little open door.
Don't know who, like the trailer that had America and Strange running. That is essentially the first scene in the movie.
Besides
so
them opening the door.
yeah, they're there, and I appreciate that, because I'm like, oh man, we already started.
I was like, intro, action.
Yeah, so I really was loving that. The pace was definitely, for 2 hours to change movie. Like, Marvel understands pace and how to keep it moving and not have it be stagnant. So I appreciated that. The what's the major part is, of course, we know this is a multi-dimensional world, different dimensions, and you can see your other self when you dream. Also,
America
can't see herself
because she doesn't dream.
Yeah, she doesn't dream.
Just the one and only.
Yes, and that is the only America Chavez in any universe. And I do appreciate Marvel not going super duper with that, because like we just got a bunch of America Chavez's. That's gonna be like super lame to have just an infinite amount of people that can jump from universe to universe.
Really pointless.
Yeah.
Power be taken anyway.
Yeah, so that was cool too. Also, the introduction, we introduced a lot of characters in this just for them to be snatched away from us so fast. Now, again, all spoilers.
That whole little group of
little
sorcerers or whatever.
So yeah. Of course, Wanda's the villain, guys. If you haven't figured out from the trailers.
I wouldn't say she's the villain. I say she's a bit misunderstood.
Again? For the second time?
Yeah, because she killed herself at the end, so.
But nah, she was the villain.
She was the villain.
I don't care if she offed herself at the end.
She was the villain.
Even if she offed herself, as far as we know, she could have had some sort of protective spell on her, and then she all of a sudden pops up again. I don't believe that.
She was really terrible.
Yo, she was trashing us, and her trashiness continued from WandaVision into this. Even there's a scene where in the trailers where Strange and Wanda are in like an apple orchard.
It was nothing. Just
lies from the pit of hell.
Looking like Halloween decoration.
It looked like a hellscape
just
where
branches.
She was, just scorched earth and red. You know what I'm saying? All because Wanda really can't lie well. And
she admitted it herself.
Yes, oh man, I can do these spells, man, but I can't be keeping my story straight. Like, oh wow, that's
crazy, man.
That's crazy, yo.
So transforming.
Yeah, so Wanda's again, her vision, her vision, her need is to get her kids. But what she doesn't care to understand is that this world, just like we theorized way back when the season ended for WandaVision, she can't get anybody else's kids because they not her kids. That's another universe's kids.
That's not the same mom.
It's not the same, and they have their own Wanda as a mom, which is even crazier revelation now, because there's a universe in which Wanda has and conceives her own children, and they're living. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying?
And that's what she was trying to go to. And
do you so remember the post credit scene of WandaVision where her kids were yelling help?
I think yeah.
So because there's we see her at where she is, her little fake place drinking tea, and then she hears her kids saying help. Yeah, and then her kids was yelling help in the actual. What if that's what she heard back then? That would be crazy, yo. Oh, Marvel, you done did it again. Thank you. Yes. So what else? Wanda is on one. She essentially kills almost everybody in Kermitage, which was hilarious because they was like, "Yo, we gonna hold her off." So again, the scene from the trailer where this ominous cloud comes, that's Wanda. Wanda's in the cloud. You know what I'm saying? Because she's like, "Hey, give me America Chavez." And you know what I'm saying? And
she's being reasonable.
Yeah, I'm reasonable. Like y'all won't even see me no more.
I just want America.
I just want the girl. I want a power, and that's it. And of course, Strange is like, nah, fam. She's a teenager, yo. Why would you do that? Why'd you kill her?
Then it's that one person that had to break.
Yo, your man started running. That was hilarious.
She legit whispered run, and he ran.
She hit him with the wiggly woos from way back in Age of Ultron. Remember Age of Ultron when she went behind him? It was like, and they had the dream, the whole dream sequence. Yeah,
I forgot about
Age of Ultron. Nah, you can't forget about Age of Ultron. I know people hate that movie, but that sets
I don't hate it. I have nothing against it.
That sets up so much stuff. Yeah. Anyway, even if it's in retrospects. I mean, not retrospect. Even if it's kind of retroactively, I don't care. I still like the movie when it came out. Yeah, so we got Wanda kills almost everybody. Kermitage, Steve and America go multi-dimensional hopping, which was a crazy scene.
It really was. They were paint. They were cubes. Then
they were in like random different universes. There was like a cartoon universe. There was dinosaurs. It was. I thought
it was cool.
It was a lot, yo. It's so much stuff we forgetting, man, because so much happened. Well, okay, so and then like I love how how Wanda essentially just kidnapped what's your boy name, yo? The Sorcerer Supreme now.
Wong.
Yeah, Wong. Yeah, he just basically kidnapped Wong and told him, "Nah, you coming with me, yo."
She for real did, and then threw him off the thing. Had a little.
Yeah, so they went to Wundagore. Wundagore is a place in the comics where the Darkhold was created by Cthulhu, Cthulhu, but she name dropped that as well. So they did a lot of name dropping at the beginning. They name drop Cthulhu, name drop Mount Wundagore. So all that's canon in the MCU now. So that whole origin story from the comics translates over. I know everybody, nerds gonna be happy. They even named our like the MCU universe 616. That's official now. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's the same one as the comic universe, we're not gonna confuse anybody, but it's whatever. Yeah, so Earth 616 is the MCU now. With Kevin Feige taking over the comics, hey, whatever. So America and Steve, like the crazy. Oh yeah, because at the beginning of the movie, Steve was gonna straight take the futures, whatever Steve. I don't know what universe they was in.
683.
That universe of Steve was gonna take America Chavez's power because what ends up being Wanda was sending other possessed demons after them.
I'm sorry, I really just made it for random number.
Say what?
I really just made it for random.
Yeah, I said that's not right. I'm just gonna keep on going.
It's just what if Steve.
Yeah. It's not what if Steve. It's one of them Jones. Either way. So he ends up trying to take America Chavez's power and it's like, nah. So he ends up just dying. And then America ends up in, New
York.
Marvel, MCU proper universe. And that's how the story begins. So as Steve
he asked for proof and he got shown proof to put him in the building.
Mm-hmm. Said, hey, here's the dead Steve. You know what I'm saying?
Then had a little puppeteer moment at the end.
Definitely.
Save the life,
Use dead Steve to save Steve, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's so much happening in this movie. What else you want to talk about?
Christine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Her name is Christine, right? Yeah.
It's Christina.
It's definitely not Christina.
It's Christine then.
Yeah. So Steve and her their interaction is essentially like the anchor of to me, like the anchor of the story, because it always falls back to their love affair or their not love affair. Because we see, like, beginning of the movie, like, as in the trailers, there is a scene where Steve is at a wedding. That's MCU proper. So in the main MCU, she was about to get married to somebody else, black dude as well, which was like, okay.
His name's Chris.
Okay.
He's a big fan of Doctor Strange.
Yeah, and she was like not a fan of that, and but even in the other, I think it's 838. They said. When they end up meeting the Illuminati, Christine is there, and she is like the head, like, scientist, I guess, of this research facility, and they had them.
Because he was giving out these names and stuff for the dimensions and stuff, and she was like, "Well, me."
Yeah, well, we are. Duh, you suck. Yeah, so we end up seeing probably the most satisfying scene in the entire movie to me. And that is when they meet the Illuminati. Okay? So first, boom, we got Black Bolt, who is the same Black Bolt from the horrific Inhumans, which I found hilarious. Also, we have Mordo. Oh, yeah, they met Mordo at that random 838 universe first. And they're like, Mordo's, he's cool.
He was being all cool.
He was being cool, dude, but he
then
really...
they got that tea.
But, he really wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Then we meet... who else did we meet?
Captain Carter.
Oh, Captain Carter. We also met Captain Marvel, which was Marie Rambeau from Captain Marvel first movie.
She was black.
Yeah. And we know it's her friend. Her friend.
But it had to be made clear for the people who didn't watch Captain Marvel, because Captain Marvel was hated on.
Wasn't that bad, guys?
It really wasn't.
Wasn't that bad. I'm not gonna rewatch it. No, not gonna rewatch it, but it wasn't that bad. Like I never really rewatched the first Doctor Strange. I don't even like the first Doctor Strange like that. That's one of my lowest movies. But anyway.
Watched it 2 times.
Yeah, 1.5. So we saw Mordo, Black Captain Marvel, and then we get Reed Richards, played by The Office's own John Krasinski, like the most easily fan casted ever.
That's so random.
I mean, because I was like, it was like, oh, Reed Richards, like Reed Richards. I was like, oh snap, they really did it. You know what I'm saying?
Krasinski?
John Krasinski, you hunk, you look at you.
You hunk.
I'm just joking. I was very surprised at that. Not like I'm like. That's one that they should definitely should have done now. If they get his wife to play Sue Richards, then I mean, it's a slam dunk. But anyway,
but he's dead.
This one is dead.
This universe, he's dead.
In A380, he's dead. Oh yeah, we'll get. Oh yeah, and then also, Professor X shows up, as we saw in the trailers too. So Professor X shows up. Huh?
We saw that in the trailers?
That's in the trailers as well.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, the first trailer you hear his voice.
Oh. And
the later trailers, you see like his yellow hover chair. I don't know why I'm motioning for wheels, but I couldn't figure it out. Either way, the next scene, they're trying to deliberate and basically tell what they're gonna do with Strange. And my people over at the Cyber Nerds, the British Jews I watch sometimes. Mm-hmm. One of them, who's my man, Jay. He hates Doctor Strange. He thinks Doctor Strange is like he ruins everything, and they finally acknowledge that. They say because the problem with all the universes is actually you. you be ruining everything, yo, which is hilarious. So they was like basically about to kill Strange. And they was about to take.
They killed the other one too.
Yeah, no, the other one said, "Yo, y'all gotta kill me, yo. I can't even do this." So Black Bolt screamed on him. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. And he just dissipated.
I'm sorry.
He turned into nothingness, and then they
was like pixie dust.
Yeah, it was beautiful. And then they hit him with the propaganda. It was like Doctor Strange, he died in battle, killing Thanos. Like, nah, yo.
Really lying. They killed Thanos, then they killed him.
They killed Thanos so much earlier than that. But yeah, so that was interesting to see. But the next scene, so Wanda ends up figuring out where they are.
Yeah.
When I mean Wanda, like, yo.
Take some out.
Wanda shows up.
What's the guy's name from Hawk show and with Bucky?
Hawkeye?
No. Falcon.
Falcon? Yes, what about Falcon?
What's the guy named? That played the new Captain America.
Someone in real life?
No, just his name in the show.
I
don't think it was Steve.
You talking about Anthony Mackie's character? Sam Wilson?
No.
Who are you talking about?
The Captain America before the white guy.
Oh, he's talking about oh man,
That's all I could think of during the Captain Carter scene.
Oh, when he was like the first Avenger?
And then he like smashed the shield to the other guy. That's all I could think of.
He's talking about your boy, oh my god, yo, what's it? John, I forgot. Keep it talking, I'll look it up.
But I'm gonna go through each death. First, who died off first? I would technically say Mordo, because he wasn't included in the whole fight, because he was with Strange being manipulated into getting his. That looks like him.
Black Bolt died first.
Who? Yeah, Mordo. Not Mordo.
Black Bolt.
Yeah, he died first. You know, he said he kill you with mouth, and then what's her name? Wanda goes, "What mouth?" And his mouth is gone, and he screams, and his head explodes. Then Stretchy Man.
Oh, Mr. Fantastic.
That's Stretchy Man.
It's Mr. Fantastic. He has an actual name, yo.
I know his name.
So I call him Mr. Stretchy Man.
It was peeled like string cheese from his legs to his arms. And then he just popped.
Yes.
But Captain Carter and Captain Marvel put up a good fight.
Yeah, they went out like some G's.
They did. Captain, what's his name? Carter died before Captain Marvel had her own shield cut right through her.
John Walker,
just like John Walker hit the guy. And then last was Captain Marvel. She would have won.
Yeah, she would have
won, and then she crushed the statue on her.
Oh man,
which is basically cheating.
Yeah,
that was racially motivated.
Wanda's a racist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, a multi-dimensional racist who steals other people's kids. Oh, speaking of that, so so the crazy way that they was getting, she was like basically infiltrating somebody else's body. What do they call it? Dreamwalking. So another plot device came up in this joint called dreamwalking. That is essentially where the user of the Darkhold.
Did he do that in What If?
No.
Is that not the same thing?
That's not the same thing.
Seems like the same.
In What If, he was snatching people's powers.
He was taking their powers too.
Yeah, remember What If? Remember he got like bigger and bigger and bigger. He ended up being this crazy thing.
Was buff.
He was snatching people's powers. That's what they wanted to do to America Chavez. For sake of power. So that's already, established premise. But they was doing this thing called dream walking, where essentially you can infiltrate somebody's mind, and then while you're asleep, you know what I'm saying, essentially, and then basically do your bidding in somebody else's body. So she's at this in the 838, in the same universe where the Illuminati is, conveniently. She's infiltrating the Wanda in that universe. And she's like really legit there with them and having dinner and trying to be a mom and stuff, and
ice cream.
Like just
that ice cream's on Happy Week.
Yeah, you heard you laughing audibly, like it was loud. I was like, yeah, this is super corny, but whatever.
I don't even know why I was that funny. I think it's Desiree.
Yeah, so like that whole thing is interesting because it comes back at the end, and Strange he ends up using the Darkhold to do the same thing, to go back to where they are in Mount Wundagore, because they end up, of course, snatching America Chavez. And the other MacGuffin is the Book of Asante, and this is like the
that's what they were trying to get in the beginning.
And this is essentially this is the antithesis of the Darkhold. So any user that basically you can get what you need to ward off the evil person or evildoer or whatever. But Wanda burned that junk quick.
Yep.
Sad how all these rare things are not digitized but just still in book form.
Destroyed.
After all these years. So yeah.
It's because they're rare. They're not meant to be found. So why would you put it on the internet?
Yeah, because because even the Darkhold was destroyed in 616, but
it was in a real place.
Yeah, it was in Wundagore on the walls because Whack Wong he couldn't stand seeing nobody hurt. If it was Strange, he wouldn't have cared. You know what I'm saying?
Kill them all.
But Wong is the compassionate sorcerer supreme, so he was like, "Nah, yo, it's
Stop it.
Don't hurt him, yo. Don't hurt.
Wanda, please.
Don't hurt him." So it's in Wundagore. You know what I'm saying? So ends up going to Mount Wundagore and seeing the relics and everything. And she's like, yo, this isn't a grave place. This is a temple for me. It's like
this is my throne.
Yeah, because it's like a whole like carved out figure of the Black Widow. I mean, not the Black Widow, Scarlet Witch. So many names. Of the Scarlet Witch. And, there's like these huge, almost like, what would you call them?
Korg-looking beasts, but bigger.
Like gargoyle monsters that are there to do her bidding and protect her. They went out like some suckers too.
Stone Transformers.
Yeah, they went out real lame too, by the way. But yeah,
most of them got thrown off the little thing.
Yeah,
Cliff.
and I don't know if I'm sick of this or not already, but somebody being defeated using logic. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't just off Wanda. Wanda had to off herself, but she came to that conclusion by basically looking at herself being this evil person through the eyes of her fake kids. Because America Chavez was like, yo, we can't beat you. I'm gonna give you what you want. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So boom, takes her back to 838. She's super hyped. You know what I'm saying? Sees the kids.
Kids are screaming. Kids
he's like, Mom, it's a witch.
And then with Wanda, not no Scarlet, goes and just stares there in front of her, touches her face.
No. You gotta tell her how she threw her across the room.
Yeah, and that was really scaring her. And they said, "Mommy, don't go near her."
So she skedaddled out of set. She was like, get over there, stupid.
No, let's talk about how Scarlet, when she was back in the whole little place or whatever, was really out here barefoot, stepping on glass, and skedaddling after them, and wasn't that far of a gap in between them.
Yeah, she was going OD hard, yo.
And I guess she was tired of blasting little things, because I know she could have kept going and just disappeared on it and jump scared us.
Yeah.
Like some horror movie. Desiree got scared each time.
I knew that one was coming. That was funny, though. That was funny. Wanda is, she was
having fun.
She was a menace, yo.
She was doing this out of pure spite.
Yeah.
It wasn't, some of that wasn't even for her kids. She was bored.
No, I was like, I got time today. That's all it was, yo. So America ends up taking her back to 838, and she ends up about time,
her parents are gay. She has 2 moms. I just remember that.
Yeah.
Because her first little thing with her power was a bee stung her because she had a flower in her face, and she washed away her parent. And which is her whole little PTSD thing with her power. And then America is gay too. Let y'all know that. America's gay. I'm sorry, that's not.
We don't know for sure. She just
yes,
had.
We do.
She had like the pride. I don't know.
No ally. #a gay.
She had the pride thing on her shirt. I mean, on her pin on her
jean jacket.
On her jean America jacket. You know what I'm saying?
With some random French words.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Spanish. Definitely.
It looked French to me.
All right.
I'm pretty sure it was Spanish.
She's definitely Spanish.
She literally spoke Spanish.
Yes. And they made fun of Strange too in this scene. Oh man. Yeah, so Wanda ends up realizing that, look, man, this idea was really stupid. You know what I'm saying? Then the real reason that she she wasn't backing off of it because of the Darkhold. See, the Darkhold, what's your girl name? Just like Agatha told her, said, look, you get a hold of you start reading the Darkhold, it's gonna take over you. You know what I'm saying? And then of course, boom, you are the one, you did become the Scarlet Witch. So it's gonna be cool to see Agatha probably next 2 years in her own series.
Yeah, I want to see that.
So
Agatha was funny.
Yeah, the Darkhold was really the real evil in this. To be honest, the book was the evil. So the book gets burnt, and then she ends
every
up.
Dimension.
Yeah, she burned the book in every dimension as well.
She offed herself.
Yeah, and then she supposedly offs herself. You know what I'm saying? We don't see it, so we don't see no body. And of course, you don't see no body.
They not dead.
They ain't dead. So
we saw Iron Man. We saw what's her face? Black Widow. Basically everyone in the MCU. Bodies.
Ain't no body. The bodies hit the flow. The bodies hit the flow.
Copyright.
They should have did that like when Black Widow fell off the cliff.
Why would they do that? Waste all that money for one song.
Nidavellir. I'm not Nidavellir. What's the name of that place?
It don't even matter.
I forgot the name of that planet.
Soul place.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not going for a whole tangent. Yeah, we've been talking for too long. All right. So what's your rating?
I give it 8 out of 10.
It's a strong 7.5. Like I liked it, but I will admit if you kind of got to pay attention. You know what I'm saying? This isn't just like you just watch. You got to really be watching to know what's going on. And also, you definitely have to be a part of the MCU to know what's going on. This ain't one of those one-offs like the Eternals where you can just go in blind and just watch. Like, nah, this is...
Eternals had nothing to do with MCU. Such a disappointment.
Heavily interconnected into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But, yeah, I'm showing 7.5. If this would have been 8.5 if Mordo was like, MCU proper Mordo, he was trying to kill Cedar.
I really do wish they brought
he was
out
trying to kill. If like,
Thor.
I really like, if they had Mordo trying to kill Steve the entire time while he's doing all this, like then I would have been like, y'all really, you wrote a masterpiece.
He was really
but
cheated out
they
of his
really
character.
y'all like cheers to Ejiofor. We see you. You're an amazing actor.
He's dead.
You ain't being utilized well enough in this.
Think about it. He's dead. That whole building was collapsed, and he was stuck in that little gap. He's dead. I know he didn't climb out.
Well, he's still alive in the 616, so don't matter. All right, that's again 7.5. You said 8.
Yeah.
Cool.
Solid 8.
Solid 8. Good 7.5. I'm gonna try to see this again. Missed so much to talk about. But yeah, that's all we got. Definitely make sure you probably next week, next Thursday, Friday, me and OG friend of the fam, Antonio, and probably Tony as well, will be having a larger discussion about this again because it deserves it. Yeah. If you haven't checked out, I did the entire Moon Knight series. That's on the channel as well. It's done? Moon Knight is over. Episode 6 was
You didn't tell me that was the last episode?
Episode 6 was the last episode. There's no reason to tell you. You wasn't watching it with me.
I was going to.
So, yeah. But, yeah, that's, it's on Disney+. That is it. Until the next time.
I didn't know that was the last episode.
Yeah, only 6 episodes.
What was I supposed to know?